have fun is the last group today. I'm Adam Spillane, and I'm the owner's rep.
Good afternoon, I'm Misa Cassis, architect.
Hi, I'm Kim Nguyen, I'm the project engineer.
Hi, I'm Justin Van Gordon. I'm the project manager.
I'm Vic Esposito, site superintendent.
Thank you all so much for having us here today. I'm Kelly Kennamer. I'm the president of Prestige Electrical, and we are very honored to be here today with y'all. We first off just want to let you know that we're really excited to be here. You know, we've been a part of the Selma community for a little over 4 decades now, and we know the community well, and we're really excited to see that its potential is finally being reached and expanding a little bit. Today we just want to present to you our design and our estimate, and we really want this to be a discussion back and forth. If you have any questions, feel free to interject at any time, and we'd love to answer those for you.
Absolutely. We'd love for you guys to just jump in, don't wait for it at the end, and let's get it hammered out. That's how we like to work through the job. We want questions to be raised early. We want anything that you guys want from us. We can't manage those issues unless you guys bring them up. So we're going to come into this how we typically deal with a job, project specific. If you guys have needs, let us know. We can address them. We just need to know they're out there, and we can go and meet them. So after we spoke about that, we're going to send it to Bentley to talk about the estimate.
I'm Bentley Windle, the chief estimator for Prestige Electrical. I want to go ahead and thank you for the opportunity to estimate this job and give you all a bid. We've done a lot of this work and we really enjoy it. I wanted to go ahead and start off with the takeoff and give you our approach to it and our sequencing and how we did that with the units basically. And what we did was let Wes and Brad design it while estimating it, taking off the material, wire, quantities in the units, because in my opinion, nobody's going to have a better idea of how much material is in those units than the ones who designed it. And I wanted to touch on a couple general conditions that you probably jumped out at you, because we had some low numbers in there for site office, site storage, travel, and those were due to the fact from our corporate office only 2 miles away from the job site. We have really good proximity. We plan on having meetings, you know, we can run out to the job site to meet y'all, to have walkthroughs. If we need to meet Superintendent Brad, he can come to the office, we can jump out there. It's only a 2-minute drive. We didn't have any travel expense. A couple VE items that we had to do in the estimate were we used MC cable for the conduit and the branch wiring, simply because there's so much labor, and to knock down some of the, you know, the material handling and anytime the employees weren't installing, we want to knock that down. The MC cable comes in rolls. It's more efficient for labor. And we're going to touch on labor a lot when we get to Brad and Wes, but I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to Alex.
A real quick question, Bentley.
Yes,
Where
ma'am.
specifically are you using MC cable?
And we're using it to branch circuit to the devices and the lighting and the residential units.
Just within the units?
Yes, ma'am. We're not using it for the feeders.
You are not? Okay.
Everybody, I spoke a little bit earlier, but I am Alex Behringer. I'm the project executive. I'm actively involved in the project. I'm going to be providing the continuity from pre-construction, construction, to post-construction. I fill in the gaps. I'm everybody's manager on site, other than Kelly, who is my manager. We're interested in giving a steady flow of resources to the job. I'm very in touch with Brad. When he needs men, we're going to bring men to the job. We're not going to miss deadlines. We're very in touch with how we're manning up the job, where we need to be, and really delivering you guys the best overall project that we can. At our home office, we do a lot of prefabrication, and funny enough, we are 2 miles from your project, so we're not going to have any kind of storage prefabrication house on site. We're going to be doing it at our home office and delivering in the mornings. You can see our location is right next to AT&T Park. We are just about 5 minutes away, 2 miles. This is going to be the delivery method of getting there at 6 in the morning. Our laborers from the office are going to be the one that are bringing the materials on site and getting it staged for our electricians, all our journeymen and apprentices, and the laborers that go with them are not going to be the ones that are staging it in the morning.
So a quick question
Sure.
about that. That's really a congested area.
Sure.
What happens from April until October for deliveries
We're going to be
for baseball?
Absolutely. Well, we're hoping that, like I said, we're going to be doing it in the morning. There's not typically too many baseball games at 6 in the morning.
Typically not, but
But
you
it,
know,
as
our San
congestion-
Francisco Giant fans start lining up.
Absolutely. And worst comes to worst, we get there earlier to the project. We want to get in touch with the GC. I know you guys are interested in getting the best project possible, and I would hope that if we reach out to you and if we have to get there even earlier than that we can get someone on site to get the site open and get that there so we're not looking at any kind of delays.
Vic, what time do you open up the
Yeah, I was
job
gonna
site?
say, there's a occupied apartment
Sure.
on both sides
Absolutely.
of the building, so I do not have those hours right now, but I will anticipate that early starts will not be before 6 a.m.
Okay. Early starts as in we wouldn't be able to stage material there, or early
We
starts
will
as
not be able to
starters?
make any noise of any kind.
Okay. Absolutely. Well, that's not too bad of an issue. We can be there and we can get material staged the night before. If that's the case, we can get our prefabrication efforts set up the night before. Like it's not too much of a problem for us to have communication through the field to back to our office and see where is their progress, what do they need for the next day. We understand you guys don't have a lot of space on site. We definitely understand that. We don't want to be congesting up your hallways. We don't want to have too many staging rooms on the job. So our plan is to still bring it in, and if we have to do it at night, if we have to do it on the back end, whatever your project hours are, we're going to work with it. You know, we're not making the rules. We're just trying to deliver the project within them the best way possible.
So if it's easiest for you for like after hours deliveries, do you have that included in your price right now?
Yes.
And then do you have any man lift operator, crane
it's gonna
operator? I
be-
mean, I know, I've seen your costs, they're not cheap.
We'll have to think about it. There's a schedule to be a schedule on the board. I don't know if you're talking about how many deliveries you're gonna have a week, if you're talking daily deliveries.
Sure.
Is that what you're talking,
well,
daily?
Well, we can do daily. Like it has everything to do with your guys' needs on site. If you feel you can't work with daily deliveries, we can bring more on site and work with the congestion. We're here to work within the basis of what you guys bring to us.
Yeah, there'll be a board, you'll have to schedule your deliveries, and there will be some days where I will not be able to accept deliveries,
Sure.
especially in the morning. I mean,
Sure.
there might be a break, and because we'll have rebar, we might have sheetrock, we might have concrete, everything
Absolutely.
else, and there's really only one area on the job to offload
Absolutely.
vehicles.
And that's something that we really want to be in touch with. Brad does a great job at getting deep into that. Like his front end scheduling from the job is his communication to me. He lets me know when we're sending deliveries to the site. If we need to schedule it and you guys feel you need to bump us for whatever reason, we'll work with it and we'll get it done. Like we understand we're just one trade on a very congested site. We're here to deliver within the bounds of what you guys need. And
What do you typically do? Do you typically palletize your material you bring to the job site, so you're gonna need a forklift, or do you put it on carts?
Well, what we do, we try to kit all of our rooms. So we do assemblies for all of our rough-in boxes, and we'll put those in together in just say a cardboard box, and our few boxes, and then they would deliver it and sit it in the corner of that room. We would get the MC cable, exactly how much we need for each room. We'll store it there, away from everyone else. You know, we let the other trades come through. We take it away from the restrooms for plumbing to get in, and so we mainly just, we wouldn't really need that much. We maybe need a floor, like one of the roller jacks, that we could just roll a pallet jack.
So you will palletize the material?
It's possible, especially the MC cable, we probably need to do that. The boxes, they could just dolly in, usually. They're usually not heavy. We'll put it in, say, bedroom, we'll have a box, and all of the prefab stuff we put together would be in this kit. So we'll sit in the corner of the bedroom. And then we'll sit this other one in the living area. And so it makes it easier for the guys that are roughing it in. They know exactly what they have. It's already all put together. They just have to run the MC cable on the walls, put the hanger in, and it's in. And we also do that with our panels as well.
So since you're doing prefab, how much time do you need by the time the design is complete to start your prefab? There's going to be an amount of time you're going to need to get everything made up so that you can work in an efficient manner.
absolutely. And
What kind of time do you think you need?
the way we see it as is we're going to be putting those materials together on site regardless. So if we put that in our in-house, we're actually going to be cutting some of that time to get that ready to be installed. we're gonna have a controlled environment, and we're gonna be able to get those materials done faster and with the highest quality possible. So it's not gonna add time. It's
So the
something-
prefab process is going to occur where specifically?
At our office.
At the office
yes.
there? Okay.
Warehouse.
Absolutely. And if you guys have any more questions.
No, I'll keep
Okay.
going.
Absolutely. I'm going to send it over to Drew, who's our project manager. He works directly under me, and he's going to be on site daily and working with me on all kinds of things.
Like Alex said, I'm Drew Scott, and I'm your project manager for this job. You know, the way I see it, the best way to go about things on any job is to work as a team. You know, I think that you can get more accomplished that way as far as subcontractor, GC, owner, architect, that kind of thing. I will be on job. I will be on site every day for the whole day. Even though we don't have an office there, just because our office is so close to that job site. I plan on doing all my documents with some sort of wireless device, and that shouldn't be a problem. Site utilization, like we said, our office is so close, so the items we need for utilization are fairly limited. We will provide employee transportation from the home office, and also I think the vertical material movement is going to be, you know, in a high rise is one of your biggest obstacles. We plan on using the man lifts for conduit and that type of thing to move it vertically, and also when elevators 2 and 4 are in service, we can also use those and that is specified in the schedule.
Yeah, the opportunity to use those will probably be short.
Right.
Might be at the end of the project when the man lift comes down, but
Correct.
we'll make sure there's elevators available.
Okay. Okay. I want to talk about the schedule for a little bit with y'all. As far as pre-construction, we're going to try to get our submittals to you as quick as possible. I know how kind of a task that can be to get your submittals from everybody, and also our shop drawings, because we have to get our shop drawings approved before prefab fabrication. As far as the typical level schedule, the biggest thing for us is getting the walls, as far as us being able to move and work on a level, is getting the walls laid out and framed so we can do our rough ends. And you know, after our rough ends come in, we can get our in-wall inspections done and get those approved. That way y'all can hit that benchmark to hang your drywall, which is a fairly big thing. After drywall is hung and finishes, electrical trim and appliance installation, and then after those items are complete, we plan on the architect will come through, of course I'm sure, and do a punch list. And we have a plan to phase each level, which Bradley will go into here in a minute in more detail. But we feel like we can compress the schedule somewhat using this plan. Our manpower is, just to break it down and give y'all somewhat of an idea, right now we have 166 hours per unit. That includes all electrical work in each unit. 1,120 hours for rough in on each floor, and 3,325 man hours per floor. And that's total electrical on each floor. As far as, I've talked a little bit about document control when I was on site. You know, I think this is very important because it can slow the process down so much for y'all. RFIs, you know, we'll communicate these through y'all and keep track of these using the RFI log, and do the same thing with submittals with a submittal log. And we'll, you know, like I said, we'll get those to you as quick as possible. We kind of want it on every job. We want to try to eliminate change orders just like y'all do. You know, that can be such a task that, you know, holds you back from pushing on. And we feel like through good communication and negotiation with the owner, architect, general contractor, y'all, that we can eliminate multiple change orders.
So what would you see as a change order?
Anything